Welcome back to Automotive Electronics. Today in front of us is an '06 Ford F-150. Well, and it's '04 to '08, and this one comes to us reportedly with a bad odometer display. And sure enough, we've got no odometer display. I've done a bunch of these in the past. We are going to do this one again because my videos have been a little long, and I'm going to try to do some shorter versions. Try to keep them 20 minutes or less. So y'all get the information you need in a timely manner. So T15's on the back. And you want to get a little flat blade screwdriver to get the lens off. Okay, so after you get those clips loose, should just pull right off. And now the only thing holding this board together on the back of this is these needles here. They have stop points. You come around to the stop point. The way I do it is stick a little pencil mark in there that nobody will ever notice but me. I mark where those needle stop points are. That way they can go back exactly where they can. So you come against the stop point, roll around counterclockwise against that stop, and as you gently pull up on these things, don't get, you know, no gorilla action, just little upward pressure as you're rotating them off against the stops. Now this display, I'm going to have to pull it off to get to the board, and that right now is holding the board on. And if you just take your screwdriver on the back here and give it a nice little gentle tug, it'll fall right off. Alright, to further diagnose this thing beyond it doesn't work, we're going to take the display completely out. There's a couple little tabs in there. If you just pry those tabs a little bit, you'll get this display out without a problem. This display, what you couldn't see that I was doing was getting it dislodged from its connector right here. And I want to put it back, and we're going to power it up. And we still don't have anything. But now that I've got all this other stuff out of my way, I can mess around with it and see if it displays at all. And it does not. Oh, there we go. Got it to come up. Now we got to determine whether it's this piece or whether it has to do with the back of the board here. You guys are seeing what I'm seeing. Does not appear to have broken solder joints. At least not that I can see. So we'll look at these header pins. That would not have been causing this problem, but we're going to look at them, just see if they need any attention. Front of the board in the area where the brake light continues to stay on all the time, that's not a complaint with this one. However, we'll go ahead and solder all these as well. Resolder, reflow, whatever. Pretty much have figured at this point that that's going to be the display and not the actual display itself, and not the pins. But we're going to go over all this area here as well. This area here, you'll want to get a nice hot iron. Nothing big, nothing overkill, nothing that you sweat pipes with, nothing you've ever seen a plumber use. That thing will turn loose on you real easy. It holds heat real easy. The way you can get away with that is do one side, walk away, come back and do the other side at a little later time. These little ones, they like to do the same thing. See how that one turned completely loose? You can do one side at a time, so that's one method of maintaining them in their spot. The bigger ones, they don't typically come loose unless they are just about to fall off the board. Alright, we'll do one side, we'll go back over and do the other. Well, that one was about to fall off. So even though that wasn't the complaint that this guy was having, that was definitely going to be a problem. Alright, so now we got the one side done. It's cooled down a little bit. That's the fortunate part of this stuff. They do cool pretty quickly. They just have to cool down below the melting point of the solder. Alright, so that's pretty much all of the soldering work that we're going to do. So that's got the back side of this connector, back side of these connectors, and this entire area here where we see most of the issues. Alright, now if we power this thing up again, if we power this thing up again, there we go. Let me get this display. And we'll plug that display in and see if it's still, yeah, it's still working. So what you can do at home, I'm going to replace this guy's display because he mailed it in and I'm not going to jack around with, you know, maybe him having a problem. So what we can do with displays that are bad is, let's go back to the microscope. This does not always work, but occasionally it does. Is you can put your iron on that joint, just to give it a little touch. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. The back side of that joint also has, see if we can focus in on that a little bit. There's also some connections there. I typically don't do those. It's just a little clamp joint that those pins are on there with. So I'm not sure what I'm accomplishing with this other than maybe putting a little extra added pressure on the clamp, the clamping action. It does seem to be working. Flex it around, doesn't seem to be going off. So we probably have this fixed. If he was a local guy, I'd leave it at this and we would be just calling it a day. But I think he's in Massachusetts or something, so one of them northern states. Okay, hopefully we got that other footage. Anyway, so I've got another one. It's not a new one, but it came out of another cluster that was a little bit beyond repair, and it was functional in that one, so we're going to go ahead and replace this one altogether. Make sure this one is a functional one. The other one's been sitting in a drawer for a while, so that appears to work. I don't like that little flicker though. Yeah, see, I can get that one to go off. Let's try another one. that one looks pretty stable. Looks like we're good. Give him this one back, and he should be good to go. That's his old one. I think I got working good. And this is the second one I did this with. So if you don't have, the moral of the story, if you don't have the ability to get another one of these displays, that is a bit of a workaround for them. You can try that, see if it works. So I've kept the one that I have confidence in separate. I have complete confidence in that one. It should be good. Hasn't had any solder work, and I can't make it flicker or do anything wrong. Anything wrong. Got the hiccup so bad. Bad time to be shooting video. Okay, getting these things back together. You want to go ahead and get it kind of mounted on the back here first. You can see my display is out. I'll put my backing back on. I think we're probably this way. Yep. Alright, if you use one of these to put your screws back in, make sure it's got a torque setting on it. You're not building a deck here. You're not driving screws. Alright, so you got to kind of peel this face up at this point. You get this in here, and I know you guys are not going to be able to see, but same as I was doing over there with the with all this removed, I'm just lining up those pins with that header, and it is you got to hold your mouth just right. Verify it's in there good by, well, we're going to throw a little power to it, and we still have a good display. And we do have a good light underneath the display. All the lighting appears to be working. Alright, next thing is get these things back on. You'll notice that they have a stop point. Okay, doesn't matter where you put the needle on, where the original position is. I just start over here, and then I'm against that stop until I get to my mark. Okay, once I'm at my mark, I'm good. Do not bury the needles. Do not go too deep with it. If you bury them all the way down, you're not going to have fluid motion because there's no gap. If you go too far past your mark, just go all the way around again until you get to your mark. Sometimes we got to do this 2 or 3 times, especially with the longer needles. Boom, good. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, no, see, we get to do it all over again because we forgot this. All right, we'll fast forward through taking it apart, put it back together. I got all these set again, and the stem's in place. And then you don't have to say, look at this idiot. Okay, that's it. We're all in, all done. This guy sent me the Prindle as well. You do not have to send this. It comes out with these things here. You grab these things and push in and just pull out, and that Prindle will come out. But he sent it in, so we're going to send it back. All right, let's make sure everything's working. Bench setup's a little janky sometimes. Everything's working, everything looks good. Now one step you can do further with these 04 to 08 F150s is hold down the trip display. Wait till it says test. It's going to sweep the gauges all over and back. Make sure you don't have any issues there. Looks good. Say he is done and complete. Give it a little bath. And we are done. If you like what you saw here today, guys, please like and subscribe. Get down there, hit the notification bell, do your thing. You know what to do. That's it for this one. I'll see y'all on the next one, except for I'm going to ramble a little bit here. I'm going to tell y'all I'm going to redo some videos. My old videos that were an hour long or so. I'm definitely going to just shoot new videos as the same clusters come in, and there's going to be some redundant content on the channel, but I'm hoping to make them more concise. I'm going to try to keep them down to 20 minutes or less and cut out all the dead space in between, speed up the monotonous stuff and, you know, of soldering each and every pin, and we'll try to get these things down to 20 minutes and still give you the content that you need to get the job done. So it's a lot more editing work for me, but I'm doing that for you. So if I'm doing that for you, hook me up, like and subscribe. Hey, if you like what you saw here today, get down there in them buttons, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you want to get advised of the new content as it's released. My name is John. We've been here in San Antonio for over 20 years fixing electronics. We specialize in automotive, but we definitely can fix any component level repairs you might need. Company is Automotive Electronics. You can look us up on Google, Automotive Electronics in San Antonio, and you'll find us every single time. Until next time, I hope all your repair attempts are successful. Hopefully you save yourself a little cash along the way. I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks a lot. We'll see you in the next video.